So you want to pop off in these cash cups? Well, you clicked on the right video, boys. I got you. In this video, I'll be talking about these two cash cups right here, and I will include every single thing you need to know about them, including the format, the prizes, the dates, the platforms you can play on, and even how to do well and how many points you need in order to earn money. So you already know I already covered these two tournaments right here, so if you want to go ahead and check them out after this video ends, they're both gonna be down. Of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And talking about subscribing, well, we hit 10,000 subscribers, and I know I said I'm gonna make a face reveal, and I will. Just give me like a few days. It should be up this week, so definitely expect that video to come out pretty soon. But yeah, boys, make sure to use code KingCast-YT in the item shop. Okay, the codes do run out every 14 days, so make sure you do re-enter them. And as always, if you send a screenshot of you using this code to my Twitter, I will give you a shout out in the next video. And by the way, my Twitter is AutoClickYT, so go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. But yeah, shout out to all of these people on your screen. Thank you all so much for using my code. But yeah, boys, after all of that, let's jump into this video. So we have two cash cups right here, one of them being the Castor's Contender Cup, and the second one is the Chopper's Champion Cup. So both of these cups are trio, and of course the only difference is that in this cup only Contender League players can play, and obviously in this cup only the Champion League players can play. Oh, and obviously the prize pools do differ quite a lot. Alright, so let's go over both of these tournaments right now. So first, let's start off with the format, then the prize pool, then dates, and then how to pop off in these tournaments. Okay, so the format for both of these are the same. So as we can see, for each elimination you get 1 point, and you can get up to 20 eliminations. So once you go past 20 eliminations, you will not get any more points for eliminations. And then for placement points, well, you can get up to 14 points from placement alone. And as we can see, once you get to the top 6 situation, for each placement you get 1 point. So it is super important once you're in that top 6 situation to make sure to stay alive for as long as you can. Okay, now let's get into the prize pool, which is actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So the prize pools do differ between the Contender Cup and the Champion Cup. So as for the Contender Cup, well, these are the prize pools right here. They're not that great, but in a second you will see that the Champion Cup prize pools are so much better. But I mean, even for this cup, it is not bad. So top 1 gets $2,100. Now obviously you do have to split this between your trio, so that is $700 for each trio member. And then it goes all the way down to top 8, who gets $200 each. But now let's go over the Champions Cup prize pools. And I mean, as you can see, they're actually super good. For top 1, you get $9,000. That is $3,000 for each team member. Like, that is absolutely insane. And I mean, just look at the amount of money you can get. That is absolutely absurd. And it goes all the way down to top 14, who once again gets $600. And I mean, take a look at this, guys. If we compare this to the last season's cash cups, I mean, just take a look at the difference. Last season, top 1 got $600. And yes, you did have to split this between your trio, so each member only got $200. And now compared to this, you get $3,000. Like, boys, this is super promising, especially for the FNCS, because they might give us an insane prize pool for the FNCS. So of course, when we know all of the prize pools and all of that for the FNCS, I will make a video on that. Now to be fair, yes, top 30 got money in this tournament, but still the prize pool in this tournament is so much bigger. Okay, now before we get into how to actually pop off in those tournaments, let's go over the dates super quickly. So both of these tournaments are going to be happening at the same time, and of course they are every Tuesday. And this happens across 3 Tuesdays, from 4 until 7 p.m. for me. Now I am Central Time, so of course go into your own game and check them out for yourself. But yeah, boys, let's get into how to pop off and earn money in these tournaments. So first, let's determine whether you should play for placement or W key. So if we take a look at the formats, you will need to get 14 eliminations in order to match the placement points. Now in solos, that is a little more difficult, but in trios, that is very possible actually. So before we go over the exact amount of points you need to earn money, let's go over how you should play out your games. So obviously you get 3 hours and 10 games to play, and the best thing to do, as with most of these tournaments, is to double key your first few games. Now keep in mind, these tournaments are specific to certain leagues, so especially if you're playing in the Champions Cash Cup, well, all of the players will be in Champion League, so the lobbies are going to be pretty difficult. But if you have an insane trio, well then you can definitely pop off in those games. And also if you're playing in the Contender Cash Cup, well then keep in mind that some people are not going to go to the Champion League on purpose in order to get easier lobbies for them. So they might just stay in the Contender League to go against worse players. So again, just keep in mind that those people are going to be in your lobbies. But I will tell you how to deal with them in a second. But now let's go over the amount of points you need in order to earn money in these Cash Cups. So let's start off with the Champions Cash Cup, and then let's get into the Contender Cash Cup. So for the Champion Cash Cup, you need to be top 14 to earn money. And if we take a look at last season's Cash Cups, it was 133 points in order to get top 14 in this tournament. Alright, so basically you will need to average around 13 points per game. So that would be the same as getting at least 5th place and 6 eliminations each game. Now yes, this does seem kind of difficult, but remember, your first few lobbies, you're definitely gonna pop off in those. So as long as you do well in those first lobbies and then stay consistent throughout, you can definitely have a good chance of actually earning money. Like even if you screw up some of your games, well that means that your lobbies are going to be much worse in your next game. So therefore, you can pop off again in that next game. So definitely don't give up if you do die off spawn or you get pushed mid game and you die. But okay, now let's get into the Contender Cash Cup, which I feel like most players will play during this time at least, because a lot of people are still not in champs. So for the Contender Cash Cup, you need to be top 8, which is 152 points. Now yes, this does seem more difficult of course, but again the lobbies are going to be much easier than the Champion Cup ones. So in this cup you will need to average of course 15 points per game, which averages to 4th place and 7 eliminations in each game. But I feel like in this cup you'll get so many more eliminations. So as I said, if you have an insane trio and you're super confident in fighting, well then go ahead and push people mid game. Of course be careful of getting third party and all of that. But okay, now super quick, let's go over how to actually prepare for this cup, and then let's go over the platforms. So the best thing you can do is play arena games, because these Cash Cups are super similar to arena games. Like literally everyone double keys and nobody cares about placement basically. So if you can deal with people double keying you, or if you get super good at double keying, well then you'll definitely pop off in this tournament. Like no matter how good you are at playing for placement, you have to deal with people double keying you, and arena is the best way to practice that. I wouldn't necessarily play scrims for these Cash Cups. Scrims are so much better for stuff like FNCS or DreamHack, or basically any other big tournament that is focused on placement. But I mean, in these Cash Cups, people simply don't care. So again, arena is the move. And lastly, let's go over some details that you must know in order to play this cup. So first of all, Contender League is considered from 1,500 points, and obviously Champion League is from 6,000 points. And as for the platforms, well, they're all in the same lobby. So Nintendo Switch, console, and PC are gonna be all in the same lobby. Alright, so unlike the solo Cash Cups, these lobbies are not gonna be split into different platforms. So yes, you can play with your friends on any console. But yeah, these are the prize pools for each region. So right here we have the Contender Cup, and of course the prize pools are gonna be much different for each region, so you can just stop the video and check them out for yourself. And then these right here are the Champion Cup, so go ahead and stop the video when you see your region. But obviously, as with any of these tournaments, you do have to be 13 or older to participate in them, and your whole trio has to be 13 or older, and then you do have to have 2FA enabled on your account. But yeah boys, that's basically all the information for this tournament. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and tell me boys down in the comments if you're hyped for the face reveal. Of course, don't forget to use code KingCast-YT in the item shop, and send a screenshot to my Twitter if you want a shout out. But yeah boys, that's gonna be it. Peace out.